The conference call. I used to think corporate revenge was messy, loud, burn it all down kind of chaos. Turns out the most satisfying kind is slow, calculated, and conducted entirely over email. I worked for a mid-sized tech company. We made custom analytics software for big retail chains. My role? Account manager. I was good at it. My clients stayed happy. Contracts renewed without drama. And my team could trust that if something landed on my desk, it would be handled. Enter my new boss, Curtis. Curtis was flashy, always in a new suit, always late for meetings, and always talking about his vision for the company. Within 2 weeks of arrival, he made it clear that he didn't see people like me as valuable, just replaceable cogs. The first blow came when he reassigned one of my biggest accounts, one I'd built from scratch over 4 years, to his golfing buddy, a junior sales rep who barely knew the software. Curtis claimed it was strategic realignment. The client hated it. I hated it, but I smiled and nodded. The second blow was sneaky. Curtis started taking my reports work. I'd spent hours refining and forwarding them to the execs with his name on them. The numbers were the same, but the formatting. Oh, the formatting was all Curtis. Bright colors, overly large fonts. It was like watching my work dressed up for Halloween. I tried to push back politely. He brushed me off with a fake smile and a, "We're all one team here." Then came the conference call. One of our top clients had a massive system failure on a Friday afternoon. I was on it immediately, coordinating with engineers, pulling logs, updating the client every hour. Curtis, of course, was in meetings all day. That night, he called me and said, "Forward me everything. I'll handle the Monday update with the client." I should have known better. Monday morning, we were on a video call with the client's leadership team. Curtis opened with a grin and said, "I've been working all weekend on your issue." He started reading my exact email updates, changing I to we and we to I. The client's CTO, a sharp woman named Lila, interrupted him. "Curtis, could you clarify the data discrepancy from Saturday night?" Curtis froze. He had no idea what she was talking about. I watched him flounder, stammer, and finally say, "I'll have to get back to you on that." Lila turned to me on the call. "You handled this, didn't you?" I nodded, and then I explained, calmly and clearly, exactly what had happened, with timestamps and solutions. Curtis went silent. The call ended with the client thanking me by name. That was the moment I decided to stop playing defense. Over the next 2 months, I documented everything. Every time Curtis took my work, every client he mishandled, every deadline he missed. I also started CCing myself on emails I knew he would edit before forwarding. Quietly, I built a tidy folder labeled Curtis Originals. I even started noting subtle details, like when he would promise delivery dates he hadn't confirmed with the team, or when he'd claimed to have checked with engineering when I knew no such conversation had happened. Then, opportunity struck. The company announced an internal audit of all account management processes. It was meant to be routine, but I knew the auditors personally. When they asked for documentation, I handed over my folder neatly organized, chronologically labeled, with metadata intact. 2 weeks later, Curtis was called into a special meeting. He didn't come back. Officially, he resigned for personal reasons. Unofficially, the audit showed multiple instances of misrepresentation, client dissatisfaction, and project delays, all tied to his leadership. A quiet rumor spread through the office that one of our biggest clients had refused to renew their contract unless Curtis was removed from their account. The irony? It was the very client he'd stolen from me. A month later, I was promoted. The golfing buddy was reassigned. And my biggest client? They sent me a handwritten thank you card along with a box of gourmet coffee. Inside the card was a note for the real hero of the conference call. Curtis's LinkedIn says he's exploring new opportunities. I'm sure he is. Thanks for listening to this story. If it stayed with you, subscribe. We share haunting, thoughtful stories twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Until next time, stay warm Emanera Test Roll 181. Stories by Fire.